been such an important figure in my life, really.
So growing up in Germany, I always thought you have to be super productive. You just have to have a job that brings money.
That can help you to unlock what it needs to unlock and to change what it needs to change.
Everybody has trauma, and you are not even conscious about it. To be in the office from 9 to 5. Oh my God.
Today is going to be a wonderful day because I have my beautiful Katiana here with me. Katiana, honestly, you have been such an important figure in my life lately. Since I moved here, I'm so happy that I've met you because with your guidance and with what I'm going through and growing as a person, like you've been such an important figure in my life, really.
Thank you so much. It's so cute to hear that, Bani. Thank you so much also for this beautiful gathering, and you inspired me also so much. It's so beautiful to have such a soul family on the island, and everybody has their specialties, and together with that we just grow a lot.
Create magic.
Create magic today. It's so nice. Yeah, and you're such an inspiration with all the food. I never met a chef like you, and since we had the breakfast, I'm even getting more conscious about making the things more beautiful, and such an inspiration, you and your soul and our friendship. So it makes much easier to move in another country also when you meet like such so beautiful soul family. And such a blessing to be here today.
So today I decided to make tahchin. Now, Katiana is half Persian, she's half Iranian, half German. So you grew up with Persian food.
Yes, daily my mom was cooking all the Persian food. My mom was Iranian, so I got
To get to know.
got to know every day. We ate Persian food. All of my friends, they loved to come to our place.
Because it was different to them, right?
It was different to them. Also, our culture. I love tahchin. It's one of my favorite dishes as well, with all the yogurt and all the spices.
Yeah, so I would say tahchin is like the jewel of Iranian dish. Like it's one of the most famous dishes, and it's just I feel like even the food itself, it talks to you because like it's crispy rice, and then you dig in there. It's like first of all like it looks like a cake, and then you dig in there, you don't know what you're gonna find. Sometimes it's like red meat, sometimes it's chicken, sometimes it's mix of everything, and sometimes it's just vegetarian. So it's very versatile, so you can just play with it, and I love that. So yeah, I was like, okay, what do I make for her? And I was like, okay, tahchin, because I feel like you would like that.
So nice. I get goosebumps already.
You know, I feel like Persian cuisine is lots of labor work, and I wanted to speed up a little bit. So I already have here some beautiful eggplant that I fried, and I soaked it in water and salt for like half an hour and just strained it, and I just fried that. And I already cooked my chicken with carrots, onion, and some pepper. Yes. So I'm gonna have. How are you? Are you good with your hands to make food?
Yeah, I'm good. With our magic hands.
What are we gonna do? We're gonna. Here I have chicken breast and chicken leg because I like the balance of both. Chicken breast. I'm not the biggest fan of chicken breast because it's a little dry, but I wanted to mix both together so it's a little bit more moist. So we're just gonna maybe take one. Just make sure you take the skin off, and then you just shred them like this.
Okay.
So, how's it been for you to be half Iranian, half German? Growing up in Germany, did you feel like you were different? Or did you feel not belonging, or you like lost, or like anything like that?
Yeah, I feel like when you have like two roots, you are never one of them. For example, in Iran, I'm not like typical Iranian. In Germany, I don't look like German, so I was not real German as well. I think also that's why I was like I saw myself always like a child of the earth, you know, when I was also in Iran when I was younger. So I was
How many times have you been to
I think
Iran?
maybe 4 or 5 times.
Oh wow, that
Yeah.
many. Okay.
Or the summer holidays as a child. And I would say that this culture also gave a lot of positive things to me. I learned a lot of the culture and yeah, the food from my mom.
But actually being there was like
Being there was like major activations. Also the family, how they dance and yeah, yeah, and this closeness and all the beautiful things in Tehran. We went also to the north, and yeah, it was like unforgettable memory, and also this culture that they are super polite, super nice, and always start off. Yeah,
there's
we
no
never
word for
forget
taro in English, or is
because
it a
they
word?
don't
They
have,
don't have it, right?
they don't have it, this politeness that you don't like sit on a table first or wait even at the elevator, you know. It's like I think it's beautiful, this politeness also. So there are beautiful things from Iran that I really also kept for myself and for my life also that my mother taught me. But of course, my Farsi is also not so good.
But it's not bad.
It's not bad. I can really improve that a little bit, but I understand also because my mother was always listening to Darius and all this Persian musicians, and yeah, so she talked with us Farsi, but we answered in German. So that was a little bit, what a shame. But now I have so many Iranian friends again. So yeah, maybe I can learn that a little bit. But of course, when you are like from two cultures, you always felt like a little bit lost, I would say. No? For example, also things with the German culture I didn't like so much, and but also there are so many good things, you know, like a lot. But that's why I was always searching my roots. Since I also graduated school, I was traveling a lot and always felt like I don't think that Germany is my home forever. So I was traveling a lot to Asia. I also studied in Shanghai and was very like open-minded to other cultures and meeting different people
From different world.
Yeah, and then in the end, yeah, Ibiza called me.
So yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you. So how did you decide that Ibiza is going to be your home?
So part of my family is also living here. My uncle and his wife and another aunt, but that I met on the island actually. But that's why when I was 20, I came here the first time and I directly had a home feeling. And then later I worked for Mercedes in events, and there we traveled around Europe and we presented the new cars, and I was there in a team in the Ibiza group, like for 3 months. It was a beautiful time, and
so you stayed here for 3 months.
Yeah, for 3 months in a beautiful hotel, and yeah, so I lived here. Life. Yeah, it was amazing, beautiful time with beautiful people. Also during winter time, and then I realized that I was so sad when I left after those 3 months because I really felt like home here. And here it doesn't matter also where you're from. It's more about the soul of the people, how and a lot of open-minded people are here, and it's beautiful. So yeah, I was very sad after I think it was 2018. And then I realized that I really want to live here. And I always had it on my vision board. And with manifesting, I thought, okay, my goal is to live on the island one day. And
did you think about like, how am I gonna make that happen?
Yeah, I thought maybe until, because my business then a few years ago was also running well. And I thought maybe with 40 or 50 or whatever later I will come here. And it was like literally like within 2 weeks, my uncle called me and he was like, come to the island, we need some help here. I was also back before studying economy, so I could help them with the little things. And then I came here and he was like, yeah, well, you don't stay here. And I was like, yeah, why not actually? And it was like 2 weeks decision, but I have to say these are always the best decisions when you don't go with the logic, just with your heart. What is your heart saying? And remember I was sitting at home and I was like, should I really move now? And it was like just a big yes from my heart. And so I told my uncle, okay, I'm coming. And then, yes, almost like 3 years ago, I'm often also in Germany because I love my family. I think it's also so important
To be close.
to be close, but that's why it's not far away. And since 3 years I'm here, and Ibiza teach me a lot and showed me also the most beautiful people. So in Germany I was only with German friends, and here I met so many from my soul tribe, also Iranian, more than in Germany. And yeah, so now I'm here.
So now I'm gonna saute my chicken just a little bit, just for flavor wise. Butter, my best friend.
The butter. How's it called in Farsi again?
Kadir.
Yeah, kadir.
Kadir.
Kadir. The same rest from
So we're just gonna add a little bit. I love butter.
Me too.
Wow. Honestly, Tahchin is very easy to make. It's just a few tricks that I have to teach you, but the rest, easy breezy. So here I have egg yolks. Some people use whole and egg yolk. I feel like the egg white will give you that eggy flavor and texture, and try to avoid it. So here I have 3 egg yolks. How's your mixing skills?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, yeah. So the trick is mix it really good. A lot of pressure, my love. There you go. Aha. So you see the lumps are gone? There's no more lumps of the. So that's when I'm going to add.
This.
You want your saffron to be like, you see? Like this is what you want.
The gold.
The gold.
That makes me happy.
Ghee.
But maybe this army part we have to cut out. We will see.
2.
Wow.
3. So you need a combo of butter and oil. Butter for softness, and oil for the crispiness of the rice. This is a little bit of my juice from my chicken that I cooked earlier, just for the flavor. Just a little bit.
Wow.
Tell me what you do now, because I know you had such a different path before. You were working with a big corporation, with like big car companies, but now you are in the opposite direction. And so just explain to our viewers, what do you do?
Yeah, you're right. Actually, my life completely changed. So, yeah, as you know, I was growing up in Germany. I studied economy, was working a lot in this field, also in marketing. I worked a lot then for these car companies, and it was amazing time. But the thing is, I was like highly sensitive, I would say, or had a connection like to different dimensions, as I would say now, since I was a child. So I always thought, okay, something is wrong with me. I could feel like a lot of other feelings. Also, when I worked there with a big team, I was always like the coach for everyone. You know, everybody came to me, and I realized when they had a problem, for example, and I could deal like with humans very well, I would say. And then during my life, the more I get to know myself, because that was like one question which was very important to me to realize, okay, who am I? And also after studying like on this university economy, I was like having my first very good job, and I was like, really? That's it now? That's why we live to be in the office from 9 to 5 and do something that
So
we
you
actually
felt unfulfilled.
yeah, unfulfilled completely. And I got like also like a little burnout with 23, and was also touching depression, I would say. I was just working and in a survival modus. Actually, nobody could give me some answers that I had in myself. So I was traveling a lot. I went to different healers in Asia. I went to Bali alone and Cambodia. I don't know, like I had like when I was 20, like this thirst to know life, to know myself also, and also how I can heal myself, because I knew something was off with
Like feeling empty.
like this
Yeah.
emptiness. Yeah. And then I had also, when I was younger, a near death experience, which was also so pregnant for my life, so important, because I saw something nobody could tell me, you know. And since that point, I knew, okay, there's more actually, and that the adults couldn't explain to me. So I always had that in my back as well, and a very strong connection, I would say. Even when I was a child, I talked to angels with my grandma. She's very religious, like Catholic, but she taught me how to pray, how to connect with angels or ask them for help. So even though I studied economy, but during, like, I was reading all the books, and since I was 13, reading books about the universe, how to manifest, and all my friends always called me, Katiana, can you manifest that? And yeah, I was even in school already like known for that I had like, yeah, the interest for
Like a special energy.
this, yeah,
And
like,
you wanted to see where it takes you, basically.
yeah, the connection actually, which was also like, yeah, inside of me. So I knew also for myself, for my life, okay, this is a part of me. But I never thought that this could be my job, or I'm standing here now, you know, like since for 3 years I'm doing it full time. Growing up in Germany, I always thought you have to be super productive, you just have to have a job that brings money to survive, to everything has to be hard. But then, yeah, also Corona came,
I love how you said Corona.
Corona, and I was doing actually a sound healing teacher course, because I was super interested in that. When I was traveling to Vietnam, I thought, wow, this tool is amazing. Why don't we have these things in our Western society as well? Or in Bali, it's normal to bless the house and pray for it and use this. And when I came back to Germany, I was like, okay, this is so gone actually. The connection to ourselves, to
Your intuition.
everything, you know, to your own consciousness also. And yeah, so I did a lot of inner work. Also, I couldn't believe in Bali, the healers told me, you will be big, like healer. You have to be careful with this word, no? Because it's just in the end like to be a channel. But they told me, they mirrored me, that I have gifts, like huge spiritual gifts. And at that moment, I couldn't realize. I just knew, okay.
You were still working in that office for.
Yes,
You were in that office
and
life.
I knew that the people liked me and share a lot of things with me, and that I had this connection, but I could not imagine on
You
that
couldn't put
time.
them together, basically.
Yes, because I was also thinking, okay, when I go this path, I have to give up something else. But now I'm just a normal woman. I like also to put makeup and have a normal life.
Yeah.
And this is also nowadays what I want to share. Like, you don't have to be someone else is getting more. You get yourself more and more, and you don't have to run with a white dress and feathers in the hand, you know, to have a connection, because it's inside of you, and it's
in all of us.
In all of us, and actually super modern as well nowadays to use this kind of inner healing. And I think this is the biggest luxury for your life. So now I'm like a professional coach for one-to-one clients. I also hold space like for group circles, master classes, and retreats. And I also studied psychotherapy, and also I learned how I can use my gifts to connect to different dimensions. So in the end of all, it's like the combination of psychotherapy, deep psychology, with the work with the quantum field. because I realized for myself it's super fast. So I call it also quantum leap mentoring. It's more exclusive. I work with entrepreneurs, with other coaches come to me, and people who feel, okay, there is more in me. So what are we doing actually in a session? There I connect to your energetic field, and directly I get in my intuition what is the core topic, what is hindering. It's like a shadow that you don't see, and it has effect on all the life, often on your business, relationships, on yourself, of course, even emotions. It's always like repeating patterns where you don't know, okay, how can I
You're
change
so
that?
unconscious.
Yeah, it's unconscious, and that's the point where we go directly to the unconscious, and it's like a reprogramming that we do. We have a special hypnosis, it's called also the theta frequency, and there we reprogram your unconscious mind, because this is the only way to change lasting things in your life, and so to make it sustainable change in your life, because you can talk about 4 problems 5 years and it won't change. But in the sessions we go directly to the core, and through that your energy is rising, the frequency, because you see like frequency, the lowest one is shame, anger, fear, for example, and the highest frequencies are love, joy, enlightenment. And through this releasing, you automatically come into a higher frequency. And because of the law of attraction, you also attract different things in your life. So that we are doing, and in quantum leap mentoring,
So you're unlocking.
we are unlocking
Those
and
blockages.
unleashing the blockages, which can be also on this life. Everybody has trauma, and you are not even conscious about it, or you block your heart and you think it's safe, or things like that. And also on the ancestral line, and it's proven even in the medicine that when there's a big trauma in the ancestral line, that it's getting to the next generations as well. So we're working on all layers to have the biggest impact, and then we reprogram, and during the session maybe you feel that it's coming up, and then you release it, and then a new energy can enter into your space. So it's beautiful. I'm in my one-to-one coachings, we go half a year in every area of the life, like yourself, who am I, what is my soul mission, about body. There are so many belief systems with the body also, and the body language, it's like so often we think like a throat when it's closed, or something on your chest, it's negative feelings, but it's not like there's always a message
The
behind
body's
it.
trying to show it.
Yeah, the body is trying to show it, and on our Western world, unfortunately, we disconnected so much with our own intuition, with our own body, because in the end, you are the healer. I'm just the channel to do things and this alchemy, but in the end, you make the change also. And it's about going in this feeling with love and appreciation, and then you get to know yourself so well, and okay, maybe the situation is not good for me, my body is like closing off, or what is your heart telling you, because there's a message behind it, what wants to be seen. And in these sessions you can release the darkness into light, I would say, and this darkness is always our superpower. So, like when you go to this hidden cores, what you put away and unlock them, you will feel like so much more happier, so much more free. And this is the specialty what I bring into this world now, and this combination to help to have a fast track. You don't have to suffer like 10 years. It's like, okay, in within a time frame you can really make big changes. And I think this is the biggest luxury that you can do in your life, to be happy and have someone that really really cares, where you can trust. And I think my combination is I'm very like loving and very soft, but on the other side also strong. So I always say, okay, we go like this. And I think, that's a unique combination. And everyone I work with, I love so much. So powerful leaders of the world. And I don't want to burn you, actually.
I'm matching my dress. Yellow, yellow.
Bonbon.
So, this is the fun part. What we're gonna do, we're gonna be super gentle with our rice. Add a little bit of rice. And you just wanna add this mixture little by little. You just don't wanna dump because the texture, what you're looking for, it should be moist but not too moist. So I really enjoyed our few sessions that we had together because it was it was not about you at all. It was about me and how I can go deep inside of me to unlock what it needs to be changed and the like the I guess the the story that I had from the childhood and why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling about that and how can I change that. So that for me was profound because it's so beautiful to find someone that can help you to unlock what it needs to unlock and to change what it needs to change. I don't like therapy, and I feel like therapy to avoid your problems and what you're going through with medication or with something just to hide it and ignore it, it's not the way. And the right way, because like when you start this like self growth journey or like knowing yourself, you go through a lot of ups and downs, right? And I feel like a lot of places that lots of information, a lot of therapies, a lot of people tell you is like just don't look at the dark, just look at the light. And with you and what I'm going through lately is like, no, you look at the darkness, you look at what you're going through, you feel it head on 100%, even if that scares you. But then with being aware of that fear, somehow being conscious of it, that kind of just evaporates, it's just gone, and then you can focus on the light. But I feel like the combo of like all together, and I feel like your gift and your talent is that you help people to tap into that and you give them that power, that self-confidence, that feel what you're feeling, why are you feeling it, but come out of it strong. You don't need to be like, if you're feeling you're broken, you don't need to be broken. And if you're feeling sad, feel that sadness, but come out of it with joy and happiness.
Thank you so much for sharing your journey also with the others, because for me also during psychotherapy I learned that yeah, everything is a part of you. It's not you, sometimes also emotions what you have, but maybe they are like a long time ago, and when you really go through it, this is the only way to change things on a for your life. And how was it for you, like before the session and after? Because even I don't know which topic will be, because this topic comes when we open the holy space, like I would say. And also for me, I never know the topics. How was it for you then, the change before and after the session?
Honestly, I think for me, we had a few different topics that I wanted to work on, and for each of them, it gave me a sense of awareness. It's like maybe I didn't, even if I didn't get the answer of that moment, maybe I was sitting somewhere and it just comes to me, oh, okay, that is that why you do the things you do. And with that awareness, why am I doing the things I'm doing, which I want to work on, um, that shifts everything for me. So I think with what I have done so far with you is like immediately I felt this lightness, but you create that space. I think comes from not judging. You're in a safe space, so you don't judge. and then you can be yourself. And I think it's not woo woo or anything like that. I feel like you really tap into like to your heart, and it just takes you somewhere like, okay, why am I behaving the way I'm behaving, or why am I doing this, like how can I improve? But that shift of awareness, I feel like it just lifts everything, and you help people to tap into that, and that's, for me, it's beautiful, and it's been profound for my journey.
For me, it's also very important to create a safe space, and like to have a lot, I have a lot big emotional spectrum, so nothing can shock me or something. And I think the people know this. For me to work like on a safe space where it's just this room with love, and also no judgment, like, and also to have the profound foundation. That's why I did this psychotherapy also. Like, I just like to use the tools that I thought are very good and just mix them together with this intuitive work, because for me, like, I see the changes. That's why it's called quantum hour, because in 1 hour you can shift your life and your mindset and release things that so long were hindering you. Sometimes you even can't see it, and then during the session you get aware, like you said.
We had a session that, I don't know if you recall, that we were like, even in that session, I was like, oh my God, I know why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling. Like, okay. And it just like boom, boom, boom. It's like pops. And you're like, boop, 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 boop. And just everything makes sense.
Yeah, and then your life can completely change, because then in the end, I create the space. But what I often see with my friends, with my clients, that because we work on the unconscious mind, it always takes like a few days to implement on your system. Because, of course, when we have the belief system, for example, I don't love myself. A lot of people have this, like, and then when you implement, I love myself. So what is going then the next days? Your system knows, okay, it's safe that I love myself. So you go and make an aligned action. And I say aligned action is aligned with the new frequency that you hold. For example, then buy yourself flowers,
Do
or
something nice.
yeah, or something like you will see that your outer life will also change, because you create actually your world from within. And the more you have this adaptations, your outer life will also change, and the people responding to you as well. And often I get like calls like 1-2 weeks later, but Katiana, my life changed. What was going on? Because it's the unconscious. You don't know consciously, but you feel things are different. And also after the session, I know when a session is finished, because I feel everything, like what's going on. And when I'm happy and good at the end, and I see the shining in the light, then I know, okay, it's done now. And then this is not too much, not too less, but everything what is needed at the exact moment. And I think it's beautiful, because we are here to show our essence, to show our power, and not to keep ourselves small because of some shadows or traumas that happened, which is not you. So the more you unleash this, you get more yourself, and you really start to create your life out of the survival modus into the creative modus, like how can you use your intuition even by yourself, because everybody has it, this gut feeling, everybody has this. It's not woo woo, it's something that like was given to us for our own navigation system to make decisions, for example. And the more this channel, I would say, is open to your own intuition, the easier life gets and the more playful. No?
So get off the topic a little, because we can spend hours and hours. I just added a little bit of a peanut oil on bottom of my pot, and now I'm going to add. Do you see that? Like, you see, it's not too wet, but it's like perfect. That's what you want, because if it's too wet, then it gets what's the word?
Sticky?
Yes. So I'm just gonna do a thin layer, like half of my rice actually. And I'm just gonna go around it. And then you want some pressure, because you want these like literally, but not too much that you break it. So gentle but firm, like you. The chicken, we don't want to go around. We're just gonna go in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
I was afraid, so I think I made too much chicken. Chicken. What's your favorite meat?
Also, I would say chicken.
I'm adding eggplant.
This is also typical for Persian food, right?
Eggplant.
Eggplant everywhere.
So now I'm gonna seal it up.
Yeah, seal it up, girl. Nice. It's so beautiful. I love even the smell
Smell.
of Persian food brings me calmness.
So, my another trick.
And some love.
I'm gonna put a lid on. Okay, we see you later in like 50 minutes. So I was thinking maybe we make some. I had this beautiful çekide, which is like Greek yogurt and or labne, and I was thinking maybe make mosli khiyar and some salad shirazi that goes well with our tahchin. But on to finish off our conversation, I think I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are so scared to go deep inside of their themselves because they feel like it's woo woo or like it's spirituality, and spirituality has this very. I also get a little. My body gets a little tight when I think about it because a lot of people do a lot of things under that term, right?
Yeah, I think also, yeah, you're completely right because what your intuition is telling you, for me, it's also the word spirituality you really have to be careful with because I also don't like this because it directly makes a border. Like, also, I have to say, also, religion, I really. Honor the people who are following this path, but for me, like this self-awareness is not having boundaries because I believe the more you know yourself, you don't need the limits like spirituality or someone who tells you things who tells you what to do because in the end it's the path to know yourself. So which word is, like fitting for that? Spirituality sometimes also make a limit, but I think it's more about becoming completely free. And also when I started like the yoga journey, you have to wake up at 5, do this or that. I don't believe that. I also always tell my clients, do what feels good for you.
In that moment.
Because, yeah, everybody is so different and unique. For some person, it's good to stand up at 5, for others at 7, like, or to journal in the morning, for example. I have practices where I know that they benefit me when I journal in the morning or go for a walk or whatever, but it's because my essence is good for that.
I think, like, for example, when I started my journey, the more I thought I knew made me more special. So like I had to wake up at 5 and just meditate, and journal, and then just like visual, like the vision boards and do the visual and do all that stuff. But as you said, I feel like I don't follow any dogmatic routine. I just do what it feels good for me in that moment. And I think a lot of people don't want to do these work because, like with me, it was maybe first it sounds woo woo, but also like it's easier not to do the work. With me was like avoiding what I'm feeling and just like go back to shopping. Like I had a shopping addiction and it was really bad. And I would do anything just but to feel what I needed to feel in that moment.
Completely understandable because we were not taught at a young age how we can listen to ourselves and our body. And especially like in the Western world, we were like teach to be only productive, to be happy all the time, and sad feelings are bad, you have to avoid it and push it back. And I think this is a very common also for me in the beginning. It was I was like, okay, how is this way? How can you release things? And it's the only way in is the only way out, I found out in the end. And a lot of people like to have their stability, which is not a true stability, to have the life like that, and they are afraid to go in this bad feelings because in the unconscious mind it's like a experience of dying. Because when you had a trauma, for example, it's a part of you, it's not the whole you, but then it's like a dangerous moment, so you get a survival instinct. So when you go and directly this feeling, you think, no, it's like I'm going to die. So it's better and safe to avoid it instead of going into this pain.
And then you can just numb it with like
yeah,
drinking,
and then numb it with
eating,
shopping,
gambling,
drinking, and watching TV, which is also like okay for a part. But there comes a time in life where this will crash. And then you stand in front of a point and say, okay, which way do I go now? Do I really go and take the braveness to go inwards? Or do I continue like that? And sometimes, even when I feel like when the body, mind, and soul is not in balance, then maybe some people get this mental or physical diseases even, because it's out of balance. And this beautiful thing now, like in the session, what we do, the space is open to go in this feelings that were avoided before without the feeling that you are dying, because I'm there, I hold the energy.
Space, yeah.
And then you see, okay, it's not
so bad.
it's not so bad, to go in. And then you see through this focusing also on this emotions, there is this alchemy coming and the miracle that they change. So this is the only way, after now years of working with that every day, where I discovered you can only change if you go through them again, but really in a safe environment, safe space, professional coach that can hold this. Because otherwise, when you open a door and don't close it properly, it's also not beneficial. But I can only suggest for everyone to maybe take this as a inspiration to ask yourself, okay, what are repeating patterns? What do I avoid? And maybe go the first step today to make a little change for yourself. And we change to do when we do things differently and maybe take help. I think this is the most
First step.
sexy thing also and most modern thing nowadays that you can do.
But we should also add, maybe some people do not want to, and if they don't want to,
of course,
that's okay too. But if you have that urge, and I feel like a lot of people do have that urge, like something inside of you, like wanting to know yourself a little bit better, or just like wanting to, it's this wanting, this feeling. If you want to just tap into that, as you mentioned, that's I guess what you're saying to people.
Yeah. It's the inner calling. Also for me, it was like, of course, I had this calling, but I made so many ways and so many longer ways. So in the end, I don't want that for my clients. I knew, okay, this is working, so we just do this. But in the end, everybody will know for themselves. And some people are not here to go this path. Some people are here to go this path, discover themselves, and their life, what presents this life is gifting also the more you enter the higher frequencies. It's about physics. It's not even woo-woo, because you can explain everything with physics. And it's just going into other, using different sources to make life easier and to make a complete and wholeness again. Yeah, and as you mentioned also with the shopping, which is also actually beautiful. I also love shopping and beautiful stuff, but I know it also from for myself that sometimes you think, okay, you have a void inside that you want to fill up with more material stuff, and in the end you feel empty afterwards anyway. Maybe it gives you happiness for 5 minutes or watching TV, but I think the beautiful thing when you hear it's not about not having the one or the other, it's just out of a different frequency, out more of alignment. When I go shopping now, I also love luxury products, you know, and you too, but it's like to be aware with everything in life, what we eat now, how do we spend money for, where's the energy flowing, you know, and then out of the happiness and not out of lack, you know. And that's often in the society to numb the void with the phone, of course, with so many things that we can distract ourselves, but not go to silence within ourselves for 5 minutes a day, you know. And I think, yeah, it can be so beneficial for everyone to really take maybe just 1 hour with a professional setting, see how it goes when you go into this void, into this numb feeling, and then let the magic happen. Okay, now we are taking some cards. I love them. Actually, after the master classes or healing sessions, we sometimes take a card. It's like all with different meanings. And now we took already cards. Now I take for you guys 1 card for the collective. Okay, so let's see which message wants to be here today. It's leap. So this card is the leap. You go first, the universe will catch you. So the message behind this is, yeah, taking the leap is going into the unknown, even when you are scared, but maybe it's a sign today you go first. So take the first step and the universe will catch you. Wow, so exciting! So what do that? 2, 3. Wow, perfect! Wow! Wow!
All right. It
I
needs
love
more
this
salt, but it needs. There we go.
So nice with your mastochia.
Mastochia.
Okay, let's
Going
try.
in.
Oh my god. It's so good. Back.
Back.
خیلی خوشمزه.
Thank you so much, really, for coming. I had such a wonderful time.
We can do that weekly.
Yes, thank you so much. I love you, and
Thank you.
thank you everyone for tuning in.